Good morning. In contrary to four-way open and four-way women, round one is probably the decisive round for the four-way juniors. As we can see here with the flying rabbits, it's a pure random sequence, a very quick one. So what counts for the open class teams in round 2 and through round 4 maybe could be round 1 for the four-way juniors. The flying rabbits we just saw, it looked pretty solid, and here comes the French team. Aérocrate Academy. Tested the sequence on the first page, and now they are picking up the pace. Probably a similar score then. But the last word will definitely come from the judges. Both teams looked relatively clean. And here's Father Stéphane Martini, of course, just watching, and the whole French delegation was happy with the performance. And here comes the second Czech team, the HF Chameleons. Also a quiet first page, and now the pace is coming. Also not much different. I think it's the cleanest performance so far overall, but it's always easy to be cleaner if you go a little bit slower. The two girls working the center and the two tall boys on the outside. And that was round 1 for four-way juniors, which will be followed instantly by the four-way women team. Lined up their Skynamite. Some other teams are probably already in. They are the French seniors, which are the former juniors. Switzerland, the Windberg team. The crowd isn't too large this morning. There's Jan Klapka, the godfather of the Czech forward teams. Yeah, I'm sure he is nervous today. Here are the juniors coming out of the flying chamber. Yeah, the HF Cups also lining up for the next session. Peter will be in a later session, not together with the Skynamite. And it seems like the French team, Skynamite and France, will open up the four-way women competition. Oh no, it's first. It looks like there's first a VFS round happening before it turns to four-way women. No, it is for women already. Oh, that's a Dutch team, I believe. Fatal 4. So round 1 in four-way open is, as Gary Smith explained yesterday, more a technical round. There's not really much to gain or to lose. The race begins in round 2, he said, which is probably the fastest sequence of the 10-round competition. So now it's time for the first German team in that internal German battle, probably for bronze medals. This is Dynamite with Roy Jensen as the coach, so I'm sure he'll be close by here somewhere. Well, there was surely a penalty situation in that one. Looks a little bit nervous, but few misses on lock 18, which is nothing really so unusual. But they will probably not be able to win the round over hit the rack on this one. But we'll see that. Again, the judges speak the final word. That was the first part of the German battle for bronze. The battle for bronze. We're going to Switzerland now. The only Swiss four-way team here in the competition. Windwerk. There was a catch of the 14. The traditional bipole build. Oh, that's close call there probably. Yeah, they lost the flow a little bit here. Oh well. Happens. They're probably the best first page that I've seen so far here this morning. And then couldn't copy the quality of the first page. Windwerk from Switzerland, followed by their southern neighbors, Italy, which has a military team, military lineup, all female. Had one score earlier at the, or a few actually, at domestic competitions. And the nationals, Italian internationals. And now at the same time we can see that the HF Cups are getting ready for their round 1 in the background. Third team in this rotation. So we see a little firework of energy there, probably. It's a dynamic round 1 with block 18 and block 14, a lot of motion, a lot of action. And the young ladies, still the reigning FAI Junior World Champions of 2019, have enough of that, more than enough. Let's see if they keep it nicely under control. The Czech headquarters over there, and Klopka probably very excited now. Here come the Cubs.
Excuse me.
Haven't missed an 18. Well, it's a solid round. Also took a little longer bipod build. And there we go. Jan Klopka is happy, the Czech corner is happy. And we will switch. Now it's time for the second German team, Pitterek. They have Sousa, Serra in the lineup now, finally. That's a complete lineup. They wouldn't be able to compete here in the women with a young man in there who is substituted for Sousa. But now they are complete. Also very traditional engineering, but very solid so far. It surely does not as nervous as Dynamite look like. Pitterek is the German indoor champion after a special qualification event that they had in January. They've won all the meets, but Dynamite got closer at the indoor nationals. But this round 1 here separates both teams already in a slower round. That's it. They left the flying time a little bit early. There's still 18 seconds on the clock, but and here comes France, the Nefties. They are the only team who can outscore the Cubs. We'll see. They take the shorter move to the Viper. Yeah, that's interesting. I would almost say that the Cubs are an inch ahead in round 1. Of course, by far the best performance after or with the Cubs. You didn't hear that much applause this time from the French corner, French headquarters. The French delegation is located upstairs there. And we're moving forward to forward open round 1. The ladies will come out of the chamber right now. And then we'll have a bunch of for Oculus Team 30, it should be. working their round one. Good luck, friends. I do not know the order of the open class teams, but I do know that Brazil is waiting there in the antechamber, and Mr. George Narita was just waving at the NSR News audience. The Brazilian team, NED, who are now the indoor and outdoor champions in Brazil. And they had one of the longest trips to get here to Belgium from Brazil. To be expected to compete for what? For a top 10 position, probably, no doubt. The question is how far up the leaderboard will they be able to go. The bronze medals may be out of reach, but who knows? Depends on what happened in the nice start. Good first page. There's a grip and under grip that Chief Judge Wolf Duller mentioned yesterday, so we'll see if how the judges will deal with that. But surely all the landings in 18 are there and it's all in sync. Great performance by the Brazilians. Which means they may have more in mind than youngsmans. Maybe they will be able to give rhythm and next competition. Okay, working time over, guys. Again, Georgie Narita with greetings to the NSR audience. So here comes the Israeli forward team. We had this conversation the other day with Joey Jones, who has been coaching them. This is the hosting nation of the next Outdoor World Championships in 2024, that must be. And Joey Jones reported recently from, actually was not in, yeah, he was in Israel, so, about the plans and the coaching and what's going on there. And it looks like a trained team, no doubt. There's a wind tunnel, the fly box, as you can see. Oh, in fact, yeah, 3 of those flyers that we just saw here actually would be eligible for forward junior, I believe. But they lost their 4th and had to go into the open class. Interestingly enough here, I think it's the second, is that Wang's parkour? So that's Manu Sarrazan's team, and they are doing the old 18 technique, which is, okay, Julian. So it's Julian's team, Saint-Flo, and they're doing the other 18 technique, which is very similar to block 13 technique. You can actually do both, you know, you can do 13 like 21, you can do 18 like 13, interesting. So there's Manu's team now. So they do the other 18. Julien with the more conservative 18 technique, and Manu with the most popular one. And Mathieu Bernier next year, national coach, he is following the action very carefully, even though they are not the national teams, but they are French teams. So we have to. Alright, who's next? Let's see who is in the antechamber. So it could be one of the Spanish teams. And then I think we have out of the blue the Dutch national team. At least they have orange helmets, which is telling enough. Short interruption here. In the meantime, here in the back, we see ISR Fireflash for the first time with a complete lineup. And so they will be in one of the coming sessions. Next one as it looks. So there will be some exciting footage coming very soon. One of the top contenders for medals. They may try to challenge the Belgian fellow world champions at the moment still, Hayabusa. Now let's see what OOTB out of the blue has to offer for the Netherlands. Very solid performance. Well, that's the best what I've seen so far from out of the blue. They have a plan here. Maybe we'll find out. That could be the Hungarian team. Bronte Rock, I believe. Alright, and it's time for ISR Fireflash now. With former Hayabusa Insight Center Sven Evans, the Angel, the Godfather in Belgium. Here they are. Cleanest performance that I've seen so far. There was one bust, obviously. I missed 18 finish. But other than that, as clean as can be. I saw Fireflash. Morning, Jim.
113. Morning. Czech women looked really great. Hurricane, they look fantastic. You look like you're disappointed by it.
No. It's fine. I'm happy. It's time for the US part of the competition, which begins apparently with Next first, Development was Next, and then followed by SCC Rhythm XP. While I think the Spanish team Papaya, I think it is, and national team, or it could be Alakan, I'm not quite sure. You look it up. Now that's probably not the Papaya team. Anyhow, Rhythm and Next getting ready here, while actually Judge Jim Rees is here. Jim, you have been making the same travel agenda than Dirk and Claire.
Similar, a fortuitous coincidence.
Yeah. What do you see here so far at the Indoor World Cup? Yeah, are you judging, right? Are you?
No. I'm just team management for the USA.
Oh, team management. Okay.
I do have an appointment to do a little seminar for the judges this afternoon.
Oh.
Which I was amused to hear that they wanted my advice on something, but it has nothing to do with this competition.
Okay. Well, are you surprised that they would like your advice? I mean, you know a little bit about this whole thing.
I mean, it's kind of flattering to hear this.
Yeah. So the S teams are coming up next. Your teams are coming up here now. Next, they're getting ready to.
Yep, and since we don't have access to the same video that the judges get to see, I want to get kind of an estimate of the score before we see it on the when it comes up, just so there are no surprises.
There's the stopwatch. Yeah. Well prepared.
The videos that are on the web that they end up uploading are not the same quality as what the judges get to see.
Yeah.
And that kind of raises this issue as something we should be looking to fix in the future for indoor.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That makes it. Okay, that's good. Good feedback. I can use that.
They let me inspect the video yesterday, and I was impressed. What the judges see is very, very good quality.
Ah, and those will be the ones which are posted on the ISC website?
What gets posted on the site is kind of a reduced version of those videos.
Okay.
Web grade.
Yeah. But it should then still be very good quality, right?
It makes me happy to know if the judges see the highest possible quality.
Yeah, I mean, those are the people who should see the highest and the best one.
But there should still be transparency too. We should be able to see a score, see the video that they saw, and be able to make sense of it.
Yeah, almost like a live competition. Right? See it with your own eyes. Okay, it's showtime. Mr. Jim Reese, the head of delegation next year, he is getting nervous, I guess, right? Mr. Jim Reese, who is standing next to me, head of delegation, is getting nervous.
No, that's Randy. I'm just helping out Randy.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, then Randy's getting nervous.
Randy's, I think he's in the other tent.
I see.
So these aren't our guys.
Okay, now here we go. Well, that's not the US delegation yet. It's coming after that. Next. Getting ready there in the antechamber together with Rhythm next year. Okay, so we can compare, we have to compare the next performance with Fireflash and the Brazilian Unity team. See how it compares. Solid next.
Almost the 23rd.
22, you say?
It's a slow start, but then they get going.
Yeah.
When they hit 22. Almost the 23rd.
And here comes Rhythm with a new lineup.
First page.
With tinted helmets. The new rhythm adventure. What do you think about the tinted helmets?
Don't like them.
Yeah, I don't see any other team. That's an interesting, interesting change. Well, I think Next is winning this round, huh?
Quite cool. 19. Yeah, there's a big gap between 19 and 20. 20 is just out. And they're not going to get all those points.
And here's the Austrian team, Winterborner
So close.
Black Mantis with their current new lineup. Well-trained team from Austria.
Because I can see the feet before the judges can see the feet too. So I'm actually penalizing them. I saw at least 3. They went to close it and they did this quick slide. I'm like, it's going to cost you time anyway. At least exactly.
Very solid performance too by the Black Mantis from Austria. And here we see the third French team now. The Monaco team with Mr. Stéphane Matoni. Let's see where he is. He's on, it looks like he's a tail there on the right side in the door.
No, it's a French team.
I'm not sure. Jeff Ronceval, the other veteran, is in one of the center jobs. Yeah, and Stéphane is the other center person, I believe. So he is, that's a whole Matoni family, with Stéphane here in front of us now. And then his son Tom, who is in the open class lineup, indoor and outdoor for France. And then his daughter, No Way, is in is with the 4-way juniors. A real 4-way family. And here come this is a Spanish papier team, I think. Yes, so that is the Sism team actually, which is also competing at the civilian events. Echo Chamber and NMP BCH Hayabusa lining up here for their upcoming round 1. And we head into the Grand Chamber. And now all the big teams, hi David, are here. There's Gary Smith standing with the Belgians. There is Arizona Airspeed, so they have them actually in the same flying session. And before that we will still see the flying circus from the Czech Republic. And they're also expected to compete for one of the top 10 slots. They have shown some impressive averages in the last winter, 24 plus. Here they are, the HF Flying Circus in the Czech Republic. They have not only medal contenders in 4-wheel junior and 4-wheel women, they also have other great teams, and that's one of them in the open class. And that looks really good. Flying Circus. So that round 1 performance really sets the claim here for top 10, and maybe even more. Oh, there was a little hiccup here, which is probably still within working time. Well, we'll find out. The working time was still running, so they lost a few points here at the end after a very solid performance. And now we see Mr. Pete Allen with his Meraki team. We know him from our NSR News live talk with a pink helmet. In one of the center slots, the first class lineup, 3 young ladies, including 4-wheel women world champions, Liz Matthews, Meraki expected to be also in contention for one of the positions behind the medals. Maybe even though there's no clear picture yet who will be the top contenders for the bronze medals. Well, actually it will be probably a Belgian battle there, but who knows, maybe somebody else can break into that. Meraki wasn't really that far behind Fireflash as it seems, pace-wise. Let's see what Echo Chamber has. Echo Chamber is actually one of the top contenders for the positions behind France and Airspeed. Yeah, Echo Chamber, not with the best round 1. We'll see how this will turn out. And now Arizona Airspeed. There's nothing else to say. Arizona Airspeed. Arguably the strongest team in the world right now. That's a short engineering for the biple, which was to be expected, and they are showing how to do it. Yeah, that's just miles ahead of everybody else so far that we've seen. No surprise. Only the French team might be able to match that, but that's it's very difficult. French team getting ready in the antechamber for their part of it. But this is probably, I don't know, I don't want to guess, but that's far ahead of any other team so far. The audience likes it. And now France. Let's see if they can keep up with that. Yesterday it looked like they might be able to. Here comes the reality of it. Yeah, it's surely probably better than anything else that we have seen yet, but it doesn't seem to hold up to the airspeed machine as of the solid and cleanliness. Now those pages were good. The transition to the top of block 14, the Bible, was done better by airspeed, no doubt, but pace-wise, well, there's a big hiccup in working time. So yeah, airspeed won that round, but impressive performance. And now Hayabusa, NMP PCH Hayabusa has to show if they can keep up possibly with any of the two teams that we just saw. Airspeed, probably not. France, maybe Hayabusa. Well, that will be competitive with France, I believe. Not with airspeed, but surely with France. So we may have a competition there, which was expected anyway. First, before the first round here. Hayabusa. And we're getting on a break with formation skydiving competition now. But we will be waiting until the three top teams are on the way here.
Pensabile stare fuori.
Hayabusa coming out.
La cinquina pure io, già che ci sono.